1. Welcome to Mr. Erbac's game. Game start. Mr. Erbac's retro classic video game review.
Last episode, I reviewed a great Batman game based on Batman starring Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. Sunsoft would develop a sequel to the acclaimed game, but though it was a sequel, it's not based on any Batman movie. Batman, Return of the Joker. This Batman game, though based on the comics, doesn't seem to be based on any particular Batman comic. It's an original story created by Sunsoft. In fact, Batman uses a gun in this game, something he isn't known for. In the very early days, he used handguns, but that's a blip on the radar in Batman's rich history. By the way, interesting to see this Beetlejuice game ad in this Batman comic. Tim Burton directed Michael Keaton in the movie, leading to him getting casted as Batman. After Batman producer John Peters suggested it to Burton after Keaton's dramatic performance in Clean and Sober, where he showed an edgy, tormented quality that Bruce Wayne/Batman has.
Be careful.
Batman, Return of the Joker is a title on the Game Boy as well. But like Batman on Game Boy, it's not a port, and a very different game. This game was released May 1992 in the US. The version I'm reviewing was released December 1991, just in time for Christmas. It was released 1992 in other countries. Speaking of DC Comics adaptations on Game Boy, the Batman's fellow Justice Leaguer, The Flash, would even get his own game, based on the Flash TV series. The Flash on the Sega Master System, that would not arrive in America. The Flash's luck ran out on that one. It plays like Sonic the Hedgehog. That makes sense.
You know it's bad enough the Joker has cheated death and returned to Gotham City,
where Batman already has to deal with plenty of criminals like me with a price in his head.
So once again, grab your Batarang and your NES controller. Actually, grab a gun too this time and stick the Batarang in your utility belt as I continue the Batmania and review this unconventional Batman game. This instruction manual lays out the game's story. I'm Batman. Here's the game story. Precious metals are mysteriously missing from Gotham City mines. One of these metals has a highly toxic composition.
which is used to build explosives for missiles. Gotham City police have exhausted the resources and frantically called Batman for help. He knows this scheme can only be the insane workings of one criminal mastermind. The Joker has returned. Batman must follow the trail leading to the location of the Joker's secret hideaway before it's too late. It won't be easy, though. The Caped Crusader must use his new arsenal of weapons to foil the Joker's evil henchmen and rely on his acrobatic strength and wit to overcome the obstacles that block his way. Gotham City is relying on you to stop the return of the Joker.
Years ago, this game was briefly covered by a guy I know personally named Stephen S. He covered it on an episode of Stephen S. Plays, Pistol Shooting Game.
Stephen S. Plays, Pistol Shooting Games.
In this game, the Batman trades in his purple sprite for a blue sprite. Batman doesn't use a pistol in this game. He has a gun attached to one of the gauntlets on his wrist. Erbac, I think I made it crystal clear in the video, Stephen S. Plays Pistol Shooting Games, that Batman, Return of the Joker in particular, is not a pistol shooting game, but it is a shooting game, and I wanted an excuse just to put it in there as part of the 3 games that I play. So that's good enough, okay? Give me a break. When you look at the game's opening cutscene and title screen, it's apparent this game combines the look of both Batman the movie and the comic book Batman. Batman's suit and vehicles are based off the movie. While Joker is ripped from the comics and bears no resemblance to Jack Nicholson. When you start to play this game, it's clear Sunsoft was thinking of combining Batman with Mega Man. That seems to be the idea here. So unlike the previous game, you'll be using a weapon to get through the game. There's no basic punching here, or kicking. Notice in this game, the first stage is the Cathedral, the same place where Batman has the final showdown with Joker in the first game. Let's talk about attack methods in this game. You have 4 different types of wrist projector ammunition, each represented by a letter. The crossbow, the sonic neutralizer, the iconic batarang, and the shield star. Notice the batarang resembles the batarang from the first game. The Sega game's version had a batarang that looked exactly like the movie version. Batman also has a slide attack in this game, similar to when Mega Man gained a slide attack. Press down and the A button simultaneously in the direction he is facing. It won't work on all enemies. Press the B button to use your wrist projector. You can also press and hold up the aim weapon upward. This game, unlike the previous game, uses start to pause the game, not select. Now you corrected that. Once again, Batman has 3 power lives like previously. Some with the life bar, 8 increments once again. You'll have unlimited continues, and you'll need them, even more so in this very tough game. Ah! Come on! And since the game is so tough, and unfair at times, they give you a password system too. Pause the game to check password and number of lives. Because this game is difficult, you'll want to grab these backpack energy capsules. Collect 8 of these for invincible energy. The invincibility doesn't last long though. Once you've collected all 8, hold down the B button for a period of time. This Batman adventure features 7 stages of action-packed goodness. Gotham City Cathedral, the Joker's Warehouse, Snow Mountain, Refinery, Underground Conduit, Ammunition Base, Island of Hacienda. 5 of the stages have an end boss. The final boss is of course the Joker again. The other bosses don't seem to even have a name. At least the previous game gave us 4 bosses based on Batman villains, not just one. Being that this game is based on a comic, that's a missed opportunity. Graphics. As good as it gets on the Nintendo Entertainment System, this is one heck of a technical accomplishment. The backgrounds are very detailed. The scrolling is at least 3 layers deep. Outside of its limited color palette, this could have passed for an early 16-bit system game. Batman's sprite is bigger, with smooth animation and better detailed. The blue color is better than purple. With all that graphical power, the NES can only handle so much, so it comes with heavy flickering, and the bigger sprites only allow for 2 enemies at a time on screen. Sound. The sounds of the game, like the first game, are standard fare. No voice or grunts. The music is the highlight, once again. While I like the first game's music better overall, this game is quite an awesome soundtrack itself. Gameplay. The original could be brutal, but the precise controls made it feel fair. This game's controls are slightly sloppier, and that can lead to cheap hits and fouls. What the I'm gonna throw this controller like a batarang! And there are no healing items. That's not to say the controls are bad, but the gameplay is a step down from the first game. Boss battles aren't as fun, but at least you can see how close you are to defeating them, with his damage meter showing. Good luck beating the Joker using your default weapon. It's gonna take you forever. The flying stages are a nice break from the norm of fighting a boss. These paths remind me of Variety Fighter from the NES. Let's look at the negatives. Graphics that push the system to its limits, it leads to more flickering. Bigger sprites lead to less enemies on screen at once. 2 here. Unfair difficulty at times. Controls a little sloppy. No healing items. Feels confined compared to the first game, especially with less freedom of movement. No cutscenes between stages. No story, except the instruction booklet. So basically no story in game. Nothing to tell us why Batman is here. Could have at least put in some text. What's in the booklet tells you very little. It's a real tease to show the Batmobile and the Batwing, but not have those as in-game stages. This is the 5th Batman game I've reviewed so far. I would say it's on par with Batman the video game on Sega Genesis. But I enjoyed that one more. It's not really a better game than this, but it played more like a Batman game. That being said, this should still be part of any Batman fan's collection. It's not great, but it's good. Same score as Batman the video game for Sega Genesis. A 7 out of 10.
Game over. Thank you for watching.